Massive announcement. I'm opening a theme park in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on November 13th. People ask me all the time, Mr. Beast, I want to compete in one of your videos. Well, now you can. This theme park is filled with some of the craziest challenges and most insane prizes we have ever given away. Like all theme parks, we have roller coasters, we have drop towers, we have all that usual stuff. But in Beastland, we also have custom-made games that are inspired off our YouTube channel. This theme park is going to blow your mind, and tickets literally just went live. Beastland opens on November 13th as part of Riyadh season. You can book your tickets through WeBook. Guys, this is going to be awesome. I'll be there opening day. Make sure you buy your ticket.
MrBeast was once seen as the shining star of YouTube, the unbeatable creator known for massive giveaways, viral charity projects, and a reputation built on generosity. For years, viewers admired him as someone who could donate millions and still come across as humble. His image was almost heroic, always smiling, always giving, and always pushing the limits of kindness for entertainment. But then the Beastland project came along, and everything shifted. What was meant to be a bold, exciting idea ended up revealing sides of MrBeast that fans hadn't really seen before. Instead of looking like the fun-loving creator people had known for years, he suddenly appeared more corporate, distant, and disconnected from his audience's expectations. Announcing a fan project inside one of the world's most controlled and restricted countries made many viewers question whether he still understood what his community actually values. At first, Beastland sounded like a wild, creative concept, something pulled straight out of one of his thumbnails. Bright colors, massive props, and an entire world built around his brand. It looked like he had stepped directly into his own videos. But as people looked closer, the excitement started to fade. The more details surfaced, the more the project stopped feeling like a fan celebration and started resembling something entirely different.
In line at MrBeastland. Thank you. I'm the first into Beastland. Can you win prizes in here?
Yes.
I'm the first one with a wristband. Let's go through the beast. Here's the map of Beastland. Let's go find the prizes. There's 3 vaults here, gold, bronze, and silver. A crowd is forming in front of the 3 safes. The teleprompter says Chandler and MrBeast are gonna be here.
Hey guys, nice to meet all of you.
I'm never washing his hand.
Hey, go ride on the rides. Don't hang out.
He's walking around the park and chaos is following wherever he goes. I even found Dream at the MrBeast Festival.
How's it going?
Yes!
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
Let's go into the MrBeast store. Beastland hoodies, 3 different Beast Lab toys, Beastland backpacks. Can I buy a Beastland hat?
The biggest shock was the location. Saudi Arabia. It's not exactly a casual vacation spot or a place that most fans can freely travel to. Strict filming rules, limited public expression, and heavy regulations instantly raised questions. Many were confused as to why the most outgoing, camera-friendly creator on the internet would choose a country where simply recording the wrong thing could lead to trouble. This wasn't a relaxed, fan-accessible environment. It was one of the most tightly controlled places on Earth. And when the details finally came out, the truth became clearer. Beastland wasn't a fan-made dream world at all. It was part of a major government-backed entertainment program. MrBeast hadn't chosen the location out of passion. He had been invited, sponsored, and paid to be there. His brand, his appearance, and even his promotional content were all part of a larger deal. In reality, the city was only temporary, built to last a little over a month before being taken down. And honestly, it showed.
We're at Beastland by MrBeast here in Riyadh and it's opening day, so come with us and check out what there is to do inside. Let's go. We're now inside Beastland and it looks absolutely incredible, and we've noticed that there is a countdown over here for some reason, so they're saying get to the stage. We need to go. We need to find out what's going on. There's a little meet and greet area over here. We don't actually recognise anyone yet though.
Something massive is waking up at Beast. You know, you got the wristband, and when you play the games,
the barriers are open and we're following everyone. I don't know where to, but someone. So there's all the money. I can't remember what the top prize was, but there's about 300,000 reals in one of these. So we headed through to the Beast Arena and there was so many different games that you could take part in. This one I was definitely not giving a go, the bungee jumping, but it was so much fun and you can buy a wristband with all the games included. Or if you simply just want to enter and enjoy Beastland in the whole experience, then it's only 25 SAR per person. They had so many merch shops around with all of the Feastables and limited edition merch, which was actually very affordable. As well as all the games that are inside Beast Arena, which are inspired by the show, there was also carnival games, rides, and so many food stalls. It was so much fun and just being here was such a good vibe. I definitely recommend checking it out before it ends in 45 days.
Fans quickly realized Beastland wasn't built to last or to function like a classic theme park. The whole project felt short-term, almost like an expensive pop-up event. But what really destroyed the hype were the park's strict rules. No professional cameras, no re-entry, guests automatically filmed at all times, strict behavior guidelines, risk of fines, or forced deletion of footage for a creator whose entire identity revolves around filming everything. Choosing a country where recording can be restricted felt ironic and confusing. Then came the deeper concerns, ones that couldn't be brushed aside. Building a giant attraction in the desert requires a massive workforce, and the region has long-standing controversies around worker conditions. People began asking serious questions. Who actually built Beastland, and under what circumstances? Realistically, the public may never know. Strict filming rules and limited transparency made it nearly impossible to see what happened behind the scenes. Slowly, MrBeast began to look less like the friendly YouTuber who gives away money, and more like a brand chasing huge international deals. Beastland became a symbol of that shift, a sponsored, temporary showcase rather than a fan-centered project. After 45 days, it vanished into the desert, leaving only polished visuals and a lot of unanswered questions.
Talking about MrBeast's controversies, it's like, in a certain sense, now that he had them, they know that it doesn't really matter anymore. Like, of course, there are still worse things he could do. I think there are things that he could do that would, like, break down the empire. But I do think that these companies and these brands have realized over the past, like, 5 years in particular, that the longevity of the influencer does not depend on how bad the controversy gets. Like, I imagine that the lesson from Logan Paul, for example, was like, oh yeah, at a certain point after the Suicide Forest video, it seemed like Logan would never make money again. But the reality is that he makes exponentially more money now than he did before, during, or after that controversy. So it's like, in a weird way, I think that the brands almost push the creators more than the audience even pushes the creator.
I think cancellation in general when it comes to these style of influencers is now a myth. I don't think an influencer outside of an extreme grooming or sexual assault scandal can't bump back from any sort of controversy at this point. You know, Trisha Paytas is doing better than she's ever done before. Jeffree Star is still thriving.
Dr. Disrespect still exists.
Oh, Guy Beam is just, he's doing photo shoots and thriving with his weird audience. Because you can't be really canceled anymore because you find all it takes is a weird niche audience that can fund your content for a really long time. You don't really need to go mainstream. You know, the Guy Beam, I'm not calling him the Doc, I refuse, is never going to hit that same level that he hit in the, pre-2020 TwitchCon era. He's now sort of cemented himself as an anti-cancel culture warrior. And the audience that's fallen for it is willing to give him enough that he can survive. Influencers don't need to be for everyone anymore. They can just sort of find their micro niche and thrive in a way that really didn't work just 5 years ago.
What worsened the situation was how MrBeast responded, or more accurately, how he didn't address concerns about filming rules, worker safety, or the moral debate. Instead, he continued posting positive clips, highlight reels, and promotional content, but staying silent only widened the gap between him and his audience. The creator who once felt relatable and spontaneous now felt more like a businessman in sneakers. His decisions felt calculated, not creative. His empire is still growing. Food apps, partnerships, international branding, and new businesses. But something has changed. The emotional bond many viewers once felt isn't as strong anymore. When Beastland went public, The internet reacted instantly, and not in a good way. Instead of excitement, people expressed confusion and frustration. Many couldn't even imagine what a MrBeast's theme park would realistically include. Others joked that visitors would expect him to personally hand out money, and some comments were much more serious. One viewer said, "The stories about worker treatment coming from this will be awful." But not surprising. Another said, "This isn't even about ethics. It's just a bad idea." Compared to massive theme parks backed by billions, Beastland looked more like a flashy temporary event, impressive at first glance, but lacking depth. At this point, MrBeast isn't operating like a traditional creator anymore. He's functioning like a global brand, and fans are noticing. So the real question now is MrBeast simply expanding his business, or has he drifted away from what made people admire him in the first place?